Hello, YouTubers and YouTubettes, as Paul in the Philippines would say. He's Old Dog New Tricks. I've been watching him for the entire time I've been here, which, believe it or not, is now starting on its fourth year. I got here in the Philippines August the 8th of 2019. Did my 3-year renewal, and I'm on a different visa now, but hey, I'm still legal. And just want to welcome here and thank y'all all for stopping by. Hope you enjoy the presentation. I'm just not really going to have a real solid thing, but I'm just going to tell some things I picked up and I learned. Now my poor brain is going blank, which is today is the episode for September the 12th of 2022. And Paul, he is in Dumaguete. I've been to Dumaguete before. It's a real nice town. I currently live in General Trias, which is in Cavite, which is just south of Manila. Some people like Manila. To me, it's too cityfied. I'd like to live further out in the province, which is me and my wifey are working on trying to figure out. She's just tired. She needs a little break. So she's got a little break. We went and, well, let's talk about first things first. I went out of the country to do my visa run, and I learned, sorry, I've got one of the dogs here. There's the dog. Dum Dum is his name. And there's my dog, Squeaky. She's my little pet dog. She loves me to death, and this is where she's laying. She always likes to get near me as close as possible. So I've been reading the news in the United States. One thing is I don't remember the exact date, but they're planning on removing the mask requirement for being in public. You still have to do it. So that's good that they won't have that around. I don't know, and I got another guy that I know whose wife is a Filipino, and he lives here in Luzon, and he contacted me, and I talked to him for a while about visas and traveling and going to immigration and what you got to do, to the best of my knowledge. Do I know everything? Oh, absolutely not. Do I know a bunch of it? Yeah. So you have something on your mind, go to Retiring the RP at my Facebook page. That's the name of it. You'll see my big fat face on it, which I don't have a big fat face anymore. I finally got rid of my double chin. Thank you, Lord. So, yeah, you can go and check that out. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe. And if you'd like to, you can share it. I don't know how some people do it, but they can seem to just put out tons and tons and tons of stuff. And me, I kind of get wore out and run out, and I can't remember stuff. And I want to sit here and just yap and bore y'all. But anyway, let's get back to that. So anyway, I went out of town to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. I think it was Indonesia or whatever. Went out of there, and it is one of the weirdest put together airports. I'm not knocking it. It was nice people there, but we got there at like 11:30 or 12 o'clock at night after leaving here. It wasn't a real long flight. We got there was nothing open, so we were basically just stuck there for like 5 hours until our next flight left, which went back to the Philippines. Just an update, I'm working on getting a web page so that we can start our travel agency. So if you have anything that you need to do or want to do, you can go online and you can go to our travel agency, sign up. Yeah, it is we get a small commission on it if you do. I can't remember what they call it. Well, it's like, I'm getting old. We got a place, and it's going to be Dommel's Travels, and that's going to be on our webpage. And there's going to be some other things too. Yeah, we're trying to pick up a little extra money, and there's nothing wrong with that because we're not trying to rob anybody. As a matter of fact, the first thing I want to tell you about, and this is on travel agencies, and on renewing your visa in the Philippines if you're on the TVV, temporary visitor visa, and they'll tell you have to have a throwaway ticket, and you do. No way around that. But you can go through our web portal when we get it set up, and you can go to Cebu Pacific. And this is good if you're planning on staying in the Philippines for a while, so that you don't end up spending money. And I'm double checking on this to make sure I have the information right. So you might want to check too, just to be on the safe side. But if you go and get the ongoing ticket, which they like to call the throwaway ticket, and that's what I did twice, so the money went out the window. It's my fault, but I can help you not do that. If you go to Cebu Pacific, they have international flights, so that you can get your ongoing ticket there. And if you go and they give you three options, they have the Easy Go or whatever, and the one that I would suggest getting is the Flex ticket. So that when you go and you're going to have to cancel it, okay? And you don't want to just throw your money away. And I'm trying to remember, I think it's like 1,200 pesos is what they charge you to rebook. Now, I don't know on the Flex ticket, I haven't looked, but I know that there is a rebooking fee. So, if you're going to be in the Philippines and going to be here for a while, you can take and use your money wisely, like Enrique, which is Enrique from Life Beyond the Sea, will tell you. Use your money carefully and watch what you're doing. You don't want to be broke over here, and you don't want to be broke. You don't want to be broke anywhere, but you don't want to be broke in Southeast Asia, a long way from anywhere, and they don't have the things that they have in the United States. Free money and this, that, and the other. I mean, that's just the way it's done. So anyway, I'm helping my friend get his stuff figured out and how he needs to do it, so he can go. He's married and he's north of Manila, so we haven't gotten to hook up. Hopefully we will. Name's Van. Hopefully we will. And him and me can get together, and his wife can meet my wife, and we can talk and hang out. One thing I do want to talk about while I'm online, while I'm here today, like I said, this is a multi-faceted type discussion. I want to talk about restaurants. And I can't find the place that they have. My oldest son, Emmanuel, told me, well, they don't have a web page. I'm going, I don't know why not. We go out, and it's all you can eat. Fried chicken wings. Oh, good wings, too. They're extremely crispy, like the extra crispy Colonel Sanders fried chicken. And it's like between $5.50 and $6 for that. You get all you can eat. You get like 5 different flavors on the chicken wings. One being you get my favorite, Texas gravy. And then they've got a sweet and spicy. They've got a barbecue. They've got hot wings, and I can't remember what the other one is, but they're all nice and crispy and well done and tasty. And it also comes with all you can eat French fries and all you can eat nachos and, of course, rice. And you can get, they call it Unli fruit juice, like 5 Live and pineapple juice. And it's good. And we sit down, we eat, and they make sure that you don't want to go and leave a bunch of stuff on your plate and half eat it. This is so funny. I was up in, and this has been a while back. I think it was the last time that I went up to visit Mom and Dad, which are Brother Larry and Miss Dina. They're married, and I've been friends with them for a long time, and they kind of just adopted me as their son. And I went up to visit them. I took a bus that time. Sometimes I got to take a plane. It all depends on the money. But you can fly out of Corpus Christi, and then you fly over to, I think it's Dallas, and in Dallas you fly up to Wichita, Kansas, and they live out from there. They'd come pick me up, and we'd go hang out. And there was this place. It was a Japanese restaurant, all you could eat. And they had a sign that said, you can eat all you want, but eat all you take. That means don't leave, and you don't want to do that over in any of these places. You don't want to leave a big mess of leftover, order a bunch of food and just not eat it and think you're going to run off and not pay for it. Because there was this one guy, and I couldn't believe what all he was ordering because I can eat. And like I said, when we went, I ate 26 chicken wings and 2 orders of nachos and 2 orders of French fries and something else. And then we had some cake for Mama's birthday on the 3rd. And we had a good time. And we went out, and their food is always good. They always make sure we get what we want because we eat, and it's a pretty decent group. It's myself and my mama and the boys. Yeah, I know. But, and they always have the chicken well cooked, well done. And when you go around here and you go to Colonel Sanders here, KFC, it's done. It's generally done real well, and it's not any problems with it. The last time I ate in the KFC in the United States, I think it was 2017. As a matter of fact, Mom and Dad were down, and it was after church on Sunday. And we went to a KFC in Corpus Christi. I'm not going to say where. And they had the buffet like they usually do, and it has plenty of this, that, and the other. But when we went up there and got the chicken, whoever was running the chicken that day and cooking it, or that morning, because we came right after church, it was around 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday. Whoever was in there that day and was doing the chicken didn't do it right because the chicken was dripping oil off the plate and onto the plate. Dripping oil, and it just wasn't good because whoever had it didn't have the oil hot enough to go ahead and cook. Go ahead and cook the chicken. And, living in Corpus Christi, we had a lot of Mexican places, Tex-Mex places. There was a couple of them that I used to like to. Me and my friend George, who passed away in 2018, used to go to a place called Santa Rosa. It's on Staple Street, down from Six Points. It's over in close to downtown. He lived off of Texas Avenue, and we would go over to Santa Rosa and eat. They had good food. They still do. They always have had good Mexican food, Tex-Mex food, and it was always good. And they would give you a bowl of salsa and a big thing of chips, and you could just go sit down and and go to town. It was always good. The one thing I don't like about McDonald's is you never get juice there in the morning because it seems like they always left it out and let it, let it spoil and go bad. And you take one drink out of that and it's like, I don't want that. Give me a Dr. Pepper, man. This is no good. And they give you the Dr. Pepper. But I'd rather have the juice. Another place I used to eat was Senor Jaime's, which was over off of Everhart. They had really good food. Really good food. And La Palmera had good food. And several other places. We'd go and eat. And whenever you go eat the Mexican food, they always had the tortilla chips and the salsa, and that was always good. And then there was another place that was a chain that they had in there that was good. I'm trying to remember what the name of it was. But there was one over there off of in between Crosstown and whatever, and that's my youngest boy. He's in here. He's talking to the dog. He's bringing the dog in. He went to school today, did good, and he's home. They're back in school again, which is good, and seeing teachers and doing that, and that's good. So, anyway, we would, I forgot where I was going. It's not going to be that important because it's not going to stop the world. But yeah, man, if you're in South Texas where I used to live, Corpus Christi was the place. There was a whole bunch of places that had good Tex-Mex food. Always good. And I'm over in the Philippines, and, there's one thing that's around here that is so good is that there are a lot of little bakeries that are around here that bake up fresh bread, and you cannot beat it. They have a bread called Pandesal, and it's good. And then they have white cheese, which is goat cheese, which is really good on the Pandesal. And then you can take the Pandesal and use it to sop up the eggs and get the egg yolk off there, and it's good. So that's always good. So yeah, you can get a lot of different things from me. And there's my oldest boy. They're being very quiet. But you can get a lot of good things here to eat. I mean, there's a lot of different little restaurants and people having different places. There was a place I lived in Dumaguete years ago, and there was a place called Teo's Tacos, which had really good tacos. It didn't have ground beef. It had pork that they used to grind up and chop up on the tacos and put it in. It was good too. So yeah, but you just got to remember this, is they do things a little differently here. But you can find a good place and enjoy it. One of the first places I took Mama was, this is when I went to come over to see her before I came to visit with her, was a place called Moriello's. It's a restaurant in Tagaytay. And they had some of the best garlic butter shrimp you could ever imagine. And they have also the, I can't even remember what it's called, the octopus. I can't remember what that is, but that is always good. And they fry that up, and it's really good, and it's tender. They do it. They make a lot of good food here, and they've got good places. And of course, they got the commercials. Oh, if you do, now I know KFC has got good chicken over here. I've never gotten bad chicken over here. In the U.S., it's like a crapshoot at KFC. But a place that I prefer to go, and this is one thing we have a disagreement over, but I always prefer to go to the restaurant. It's a chain restaurant. It's a hamburger joint called Jollibee's. Really good. And they've got hamburgers, but they also have fried chicken there, which is really good. And that's one thing you can get around here pretty regular is spaghetti. Spaghetti's good in the restaurants. But I'm going to tell you one thing I have found, except for Moriello's, is that if you're going to eat out around here, don't look for the expensive restaurants, because to me, I haven't found them to be bad. I just haven't found them be worth the extra money that they want you to spend. And it's pretty good stuff, but I would rather go to some of the smaller places. Now they've got a bunch of places. There's good coffee shops. They have Starbucks here. Yeah, have Starbucks. But there's a local coffee shop called Bo's, which you can find in the malls and stuff and some of the shopping centers. Bo's, B-O''S coffee shop. And I remember when I was getting ready to go back to the U.S. before I was getting ready to move over here and make it permanent, was me and Mama went and we stopped off at Bo's and we had some blueberry cheesecake and some Baracco. And Baracco is the locally grown coffee, and it is the best. It's so good you don't have to sit there and put a ton of sugar in it and a ton of cream to make it taste good. With me, whenever I do Baracco, I put just about a spoon of sugar in there. And generally, I don't put any creamer in there, and it is good stuff. I remember that when I came back from my second trip over here, when I came to see her, because I wanted to spend some time with her. I didn't want to get my hopes up and end up with high expectations and low output. But I took a couple of packs of the Baracco coffee back to my pastor, and he loved it. Wish I could send him a pound of it. Well, then I've got the thing off. Who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky and get to do it for him. He was just him and his wife, good people. Good people. But anyway, here's something else I found out. I was watching YouTube, and there was this one guy they were talking about a lot of the nonsense that's going on in the U.S. now. And the thing they were talking about was the guy was, because they were talking about all these people are getting these changes and stuff on the hormone changes and all that other stuff and changing. They said, well, I was really born a woman, so I'm going to be a woman, or I was really born a man. Transgender stuff, okay? My sentiment is this, is whatever you do, as long as it's in the privacy of your own home, between consenting adults, it's your business. I'm not going to give you, down the road or what. Like I said, whatever you do, you pay your own bills, you have your own home, you rent your own place, however you want to do it, whatever you want to do between consenting adults is your business. You're not going to catch any grief from me. Whether I agree with it or not doesn't matter. And that's just the way it is. But kids were talking about they were talking to counselors and telling them, well, I'm not really sure if I'm transgender or not. I think I may be. And this one guy says, well, let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard your voice on tape and you didn't like it? Kid said, yeah. And he said, well, you're transgendered. You need to start getting hormone therapy and all this. Are you nuts? Have you lost your mind? Do you know why you can't recognize your voice from your voice when you hear it outside, when you hear it in your ear? Okay, dummy, the number one thing is this, is with the voice that you hear when you're talking, doesn't sound a thing like what you hear on a tape. Because whenever you're talking, your voice is going out into your ear, and it's also vibrating through your skull. And that's why it sounds different. I worked in radio. I never liked the way my voice sounds. I don't mind it as much now is because I don't sound like a reject from the Beverly Hillbillies. Used to sound like it all the time. And I don't care if people do. I'm from the South. I was raised in Tennessee. I lived in Texas. I've lived in the South all my life. I've always been around Southern speakers. But that's why, I mean, if you go by that, everybody that goes to radio school is not going to like their voice because of being able to pick up the vibrations through the inside and from the outside coming together. You don't understand it because that's why it sounds the way it does. I love Southern accents. I've had a lot of compliments on mine. Well, what's funny is that, and yeah, I worked many years in call centers, doing call center work. Worked as a trainer for a while, and I used to get people right off the bat into doing good because I told them, I says, honestly, I'm not saying that this is going to be where you're going to retire, but I am saying this is a place where you're going to get paid, and you can get paid, and you don't have to sit there and worry about a lot of things because generally they're always needing overtime because it's unbelievable how big of a turnover they have in call centers. Not in the Philippines, but in the United States, they have massive call center turnover. I think it's like 115 or higher percent. It's like they'll hire 100 people and they'll have to hire 115 to replace them. So, and it's like call centers can be tiring. You get used to. I was doing it so much one time. I was just tired, and I come home and I'd work like 60 or 70 hours that week, and I was sitting there and I was sitting on the couch of my apartment, and the phone rang. I said, "Thank you for choosing blankety blank blank. Can I get your mobile number, please?" And I went, "Oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry." That's how tired I was. It gets you what? It's why people don't realize that call center work is fulfilling in a lot of ways. They're good jobs for certain people. For other people, they're not. You just have to take it yourself and think it. Well, anyway, I don't know how long I've been going on, but I've kind of been going on. I'm going to start trying to. Yeah, I know it's been a while since I've had a video out because I got sick for a while. I got a bug, and I was out of doing this. So now I'm going to try to get back into it. Doing at least twice a week, maybe 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is what I'm shooting for. Today is Monday, so I'll try to do it again Wednesday and try to do it again Friday this week. Have some interesting stuff. If you do like the channel, it doesn't cost anything. Like and subscribe, and it helps my numbers so I can get it built up. We do the affiliate marketing, and that's going to be on the web page when we get one up, and it's going to be on Facebook, and of course we got YouTube. That's where you want to subscribe, like and subscribe. If you enjoy it, share. I try to be funny. I try to be enjoyable. I try to be entertaining. I tell very bad jokes and stupid jokes, but that's what I'm good at. I don't know any dirty jokes because I got rid of them all a long time ago. I'm here. I'm in the Philippines. I'm in Cavite, in General Trias with my wife and my kids. And we're just working on moving up, moving forward, and getting things going. And there's my dog Squeaky right there. Hello, Squeaky. You're a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And she is a good girl. She's a ding dong, but I like her. She's real friendly. To me, she is anyway. I don't know what she'd be to anybody else. But I want to thank y'all all for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share. I'll be putting an announcement on Facebook, on my webpage, and I'll be doing some editing and getting it loaded up and have it there for you to be able to view. Again, thank you. My name is David. I am retiring the RP because that's my game plan. I'm going to retire here. It's a good place to live. Anytime you can get all you can eat chicken, fried chicken, chicken wings for about $6, you can't beat that, especially when it's cooked well. And there's a lot. Calamari was what I was trying to think of. That's another thing that's good here. Calamari, lots of seafood, lots of chicken, lots of fresh pork. Mama would like to get us a farm going where we can grow strawberries and pork and ducks and chickens and carabao, and she likes horses. Mama Bell likes horses. So if you wanna go to the page on webpage and you want to send us a donation, you're more than welcome to. We're not going to beg you every time like some places do. But if you do and you like it, it helps out. Because we're not rich people. I'm retired early because I'm disabled. But anyway, it's something altogether different. But anyway, we have a place here in Cavite. We would like to move to Bukidnon down in a town called Merrimack, which is north of Davao and south of Cagayan de Oro on the island of Mindanao. Mindanao is, from what I understand, a beautiful place. From what I see, it's pretty. So, when we get there, we want to start getting out and putting out more videos and more pictures and adding more content. Like I said, I don't think I'm the most interesting person on the planet, but I'm here, and hey, if you get a question or something you need help on, go ahead and send me the question on Facebook at Retiring the RP and message me. And because we're 12 hours difference, or 13 hours if you're in Central Time, you can give a call. If I'm up, I'll give you an answer because I keep weird hours anyway. I always have. But anyway, it's good to see y'all again. I'm glad you're tuning back in. I'm glad y'all are still taking a look at the web page and still looking at the Facebook page. I got 164 followers now. I'd like to get up to around 1,000 or 2,000. I want to get 1,000 likes, subscribes on YouTube. Because it seems to be a magic number because we can always use all the help we can get. And, it doesn't have to cost you anything, like I said. If you like it and you want to donate, you can. If you don't like it and you don't want to donate, you don't have to. I'm not going to sit here and twist your arm, but I am going to get off here. And I want to say thank you again for taking the time to stop and tune in. I'm going to do some editing and put a thumbnail on this. And you are more than welcome to come by and check it out. Come by and check out retiringtherp.com on Facebook and also on YouTube. Thanks again. God bless y'all. Take care. Have a good evening. Be safe. Hey, stay with your family. Watch your family. Spend time with your relatives. Spend time with your grandparents. Because I'm going to tell you, the other day I got to thinking about my grandfather, and he's been gone since 95. He was 85 when he passed away, and he was just a good man. Him and my grandmother were just wonderful people, and I miss them very much. And I think a lot about my friends that have gone and gone on. And I think about some schoolmates because we just had our 40-year reunion in Jackson. And there's a lot of people there that I went to school with, but it just seen how it thins out. It's unbelievable. Be thankful. Be faithful. Be appreciative. And if you can, help somebody. Because people always need help. Sometimes even I got opportunities. When I lived in Corpus Christi, I remember one day I was on the bus at 6 Point Station. I think it was 6 Points. I don't remember. It's one over there in well, basically Midtown. But I remember one day I got off the bus and was waiting for my waiting to get on the connecting line I wanted to get on to go where I was going for whatever reason. And I remember there was a couple of ladies, and they were both low visioned and legally blind, or maybe one of them. I can't remember. Maybe it was permanently blind. But I remember I was waiting there, and they were there, and I saw them, and I walked up, and I says, "Can I help y'all, ladies?" "Well, no, not really." I said, "Well, where you need to go? I'll walk with you till you get there, and then if you need to come back here, I'll walk with you here and just help you out if you need anything. And I'll wait for you at the front of the store." And they said, "Would you do that?" I said, "Yeah, absolutely." So I took them over to the CVS that was across from the 6 Point Station. Walked them across the street, took them in there. They went in there and did what it is, and walked them back over to the station there, and they got back on the bus and went their own way. But it was glad to do it. Uh, Corpus Christi is a wonderful place, a warm place. I don't know what it's like now with all the problems from the border, but here in the Philippines, let me tell you something about this, and I'm going to drop this off, and then I'm going to get out of here. Philippines is a wonderful, warm country full of really great people. They're not always running around doing what they got to do to try to get you. They will help you. I remember one night I was walking up the street to the convenience store. It's a little ways up the road, and I slipped in the mud and I hit the ground, and I was boom, wow. So I'm trying to get up, and the guy just stopped, and he was in a nice car, and he just stopped and asked me if I needed some help. And I said, "Well, yes, sir, I could." And he helped me up to where I could get up, and I was on my feet and walking back with my cane again. I went on back to the house and didn't ask me for a thing. He was just being helpful. And it's one thing about the Philippines. It's full of people that are just very friendly and very helpful. It's not perfect all the time. No place is, but this place is very friendly and very helpful and very full of good people. Very kind, sweet people. And that is the general way it is. It's not just something that happens every once in a while or somebody thinks they can make some money off of you. Well, anyway, I'm David, and this is Retiring the RP. Thank y'all again for tuning in. Y'all have a good day, and take care. Stay safe.